All right, so for this next video, we want to combine communication strategies that we have for Frontline and NowGen along with the preaching calendar that we've done in the past and kind of the topics and themes that we want to cover throughout the year at NowGen. So I'll cover communication strategies, and then Brad in this video will cover the teaching calendar. So in regards to communication strategies, we communicate in a variety of different ways to parents. We communicate through church at home, which we already talked about, through the quarterly focus throughout the year that we can all land on and say, hey, we're going to do these things for 3 months at a time. So whether that's eating together and having good, solid communication for 3 months and having direct, intentional conversation with your kids, that's one. Or maybe it's serving together. Maybe it's praying and reading the Bible together, or maybe it's playing together, and we would say Sabbathing well. So church at home is a great way a lot of this stuff is communicated. Brad sends bi-weekly emails out to parents, and this is really, really important in terms of communicating with parents so they feel communicated with and they feel cared for and don't feel like we're just kind of on an island all by ourselves with students. We send Facebook updates regularly through our Facebook page with just NowGen, and then also our Frontline Church Facebook page. We have something called the Weekend Update, which gets sent out every Friday, and so you'll often see NowGen updates on the Weekend Update. And then we've got something called Lead Small, which Lead Small is a great way for small group leaders to get good information as small group leaders, to keep information in about their small groups, who's in their small group, attendance tracking, those kinds of things. We send texting updates on a regular basis. And so if you have a mobile phone or a smartphone, you'll often get text message updates leading up to program nights or for special events or for cancellations because of snow, those kinds of things. And then finally, we do video announcements every single weekend in our main services, and student ministry gets highlighted on the major events. So we hope that those communication strategies are helpful for students. We hope they're helpful for you as leaders, and really we hope that they're helpful for parents who want to know that we are engaging with their kids and teaching them about Jesus and learning what are we teaching them, but also logistical information as well.
So every single year we cover a variety of teaching series, and every single one of the series that we do falls within one of 5 specific topics. And so the topics that we cover are connect relationally. What does it mean for students to live in community with other students or find the right person to date? We talk about decide personally. What does it mean to make personal decisions in our faith journey? We talk about examine biblically. We'll do series that are specifically geared towards biblical characters and narratives. We talk about grow spiritually, like what does it look like? What are my next steps in my faith journey? And then finally, serve actively. What does it mean to give of myself for the sake of the kingdom of God? And so we've done very specific series within those categories. Things like Judgment Call that talks about judging others and how we relate relationally to those people. And we did a series called Once Upon a Time that deals directly with the parables of Jesus and the way those apply to our lives. We've done series specifically on the life of Peter and what his life and ministry looked like. We did a series called Dateable, what it means to be the right person that is dateable for other people. We've done series called Plot Twist. How do you handle the different junk and twists and turns of your life when they're unexpected? We've done series Out of This World, that the context you're in doesn't have to define the person that you are. And then finally, we did a series on the Sermon on the Mount that we called The Best Sermon Ever, which just covers Jesus' teachings in the Sermon on the Mount. So regardless of what series we're doing, our goal within these 5 categories is to have a really well-rounded approach to discipleship for our teaching series.